This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Happy Sunday, St. Louis. We're taking a live look right now at the St. Louis skyline, and this is from Worldwide Technology Raceway over in Madison, Illinois. Waking up with chilly temperatures, but our good friend Tracy Henson say that should be leaving sometime soon. We just have to get through some little icky weather tomorrow, which we'll talk to you about in a few. Well, good morning. It's Sunday, January 21st. I'm Mercedes McKay. Tracy Henson here with us today as always. Travis Cummings has the day off. He'll be joining us back next weekend. And Tracy, we are still waking up bitterly cold. You say there's some relief, but tomorrow's really where we have our eyes on right now.
Tomorrow is it will be a bit of a commute issue, or even just walking out of your home, because we're expecting about 1/10 of an inch of ice out there. You know, that icy glaze, that is just so challenging. It's really hard to overcome that. Stock up on salt if you can, or you could just wait until midday and then conditions will definitely improve. Here's the view out over our city this morning. It is nice and sunny. This is the last time we're going to be cold like this for a little stretch here, so that's nice. 16 degrees, it feels like 1. Winds are out of the southeast at just about 15 miles per hour. Through the rest of our day today, we'll make it into the low 30s. We're going to have a good mix of sun and clouds out there. So yes, low 30s, that's quite warm compared to what we have seen. And then after that, we are going to drop down only tonight into the upper 20s, but we are going to have freezing rain. So that rain's going to come down, it's going to freeze on contact, and that's going to create that icy glaze out there that'll be very challenging for the morning commute. We'll just have to see what sort of decisions the schools make on this one. Winds out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts to 25. Now coming up, I will outline that freezing rain for you in greater detail, and I'm going to go over our significantly warmer 7-day forecast.
And because of that freezing rain, just 3 hours from now, MoDOT, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and the National Weather Service will share their plans on how they're going to deal with tomorrow's weather. Tune into 5 on your side at 5 on the 5 Plus app or 5 on your side at 10 for those updates. The 5 Plus app is available for free on Roku, Apple, and Fire TV. Right now, all lanes of Interstate 70 are back open after a crash stopped traffic for an hour. The crash involved just one vehicle, and it happened around 4:30 this morning near Salisbury, according to MoDOT. Now, we're working to learn what caused the crash and if anyone was hurt. Right now, former Town and Country police sergeant faces multiple counts of child sex crimes, including incest. According to the Jefferson County Prosecutor's Office, Jordan Fowle abused 2 kids between August 2012 and July 2023. Both victims say they feared retaliation because Fowle was a police officer at the time. Fowle's attorney tells us his client denies the allegations. This morning, what initially looked like a death caused by Friday night's cold temperatures is now being considered a homicide. In a story you'll only see on 5 on your side, our Amy Krall spoke with the victim's sister and neighbors who all say Rion Robinson's death is a shock.
A man found dead outside the Grand Medical Building on South Grand Boulevard Friday morning. Initially believed to have been caused by the frigid temperatures, St. Louis police now investigating as a homicide. Gunshot wounds were found on the body, leaving neighbors and local business owners confused. Known by many nicknames in the community, such as Nerf Guy, because of the Nerf gun he always carried around, he frequented the Domino's on South Grand, asking for messed up pizzas or staying to get warm. But employees say they didn't hear any gunshots on Friday.
It was kind of bittersweet because, like I said, it's one of the things to where, like, you really don't know him or know the backstory, but it's like he wasn't out here really, to my knowledge, bothering anybody or hurting anybody. Like, he used to walk around with his toy guns, like, that's about it. But as far as what he did outside or away from Domino, I'm not sure, but he didn't bother none of the workers here.
One person who did know him well was Rosalind Terry. She knew him as Rion Robinson, her brother. Terry had been trying to get him to come home for 2 years and hadn't seen Rion in months, but knew he was homeless and tried to help.
Like, could you please come home? I said, come home. I said, I got an apartment. I'm never there. It's warm. You can take a bath, food there, whatever. Just please come home. And he would never come home. He just say, can you feed me and buy me some snacks? That's all. He wouldn't even ask for the money. He just said, feed me and buy me snacks.
The sister tells us police are saying he didn't die from the cold.
I mean, just leave him out there like that. You know, no coat, no shoes, no nothing, and just leave him out there. Like, why? You know, just look at it as it was one of your family members.
Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
Now, if you have any information about what happened to Rosalind's brother, please call police, or you can anonymously report information to Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. Breaking news this morning. Just minutes ago, the University of Illinois police confirmed with us that a student has died at the Urbana-Champaign campus. So far, we know the 18-year-old student's roommate called police around 1:30 Saturday morning to report him missing. University police searched for hours until the student was found around 11 a.m. yesterday morning. Right now, police do not believe foul play was involved and that the death was accidental. We will bring you updates as we learn more. Well, it's been almost a week since the Iowa caucuses and the Republican primary results had former President Donald Trump on top. On this week's episode of The Record, political editor Mark Maxwell breaks down the results with political analyst Anita Manion. Here's a sneak peek of that conversation.
Ron DeSantis is also now having a reckoning with his own early campaign strategy. He's recalibrating and saying, man, I wish I would have gone after more media interviews with what he called corporate media, but I think it's media at large who he might face tougher questions there.
I think that he's probably right that more exposure could have, been good for him if you only choose the conservative outlets. Well, where Nikki Haley is going after those moderate voters, the independent voters, more college-educated voters that might not be tuning into those outlets, he might not have got the opportunity to appeal to those.
What's your forecast of the next couple stops here?
Well, she really needs to perform well in New Hampshire. A win for her really bolsters her argument that this is a two-person race. She's really tried to pivot to that argument. If she pulls a close second in New Hampshire, she comes in, that's pretty good. But South Carolina, even though she's from there, it's a much more conservative state. So I think expectations are lower for her there than they are in New Hampshire.
You can catch that full interview and more tonight after Sports Plus.